Progressing pre-bonsai towards becoming a fully fledged bonsai means systematically working the root ball down to a size that can fit into a suitable bonsai pot. This Yamadori Potentilla pre-bonsai has been in this pot for several years now. I'm going to repot it, work the roots and see what we find. I picked this tree up over winter as part of a 36 tree collection. The previous owner tells me that it hasn't been repotted for several years, and that's sort of borne out in some of the dieback that we've got in these branches. I'll start by getting it out of this pot. Are there any tie downs? Ooh. No, it's not tied in, so I can just start taking it out now. There's a bit of movement there. Yeah, I don't want to force it, so I'm going to have to dig it out. Need to get a nice angle here so that I can get past the lip that's in the pot. Once I can get past this lip, I can get right down in there. It's a little bit awkward because the side's ribbed. With a little bit more finesse now, I'm going to work down from the top and see what Nebari we've got. Try and be nice and careful and close to the trunk there, just so I don't damage any of the structural roots when I come to them. But I'm being fairly vigorous here, I need to get through this. What we've got here is a core of organic soil, whether that's field soil or compost. Potting mix, I don't know. And then on the outside we had some slightly more modern bonsai soil. So there's probably a lot of organics in the inside here. It might be we can sort some of that out as well. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Aha, look, yeah. There's a bit of a structural root there. Not sure if it's actually a dead piece or not, or whether it's living, but that is exactly what I'm looking for. Where we start to get into these structural pieces, now I know that I'm at the right depth. We're starting to uncover some Nebari, you see. Lovely. Just need to go nice and careful here because the roots will backbud, so to speak. Potentilla don't callus as such, so I don't want to do any damage to the Nebari. Aha, there's another bit. Look. Yeah, just in there, that's another structural piece. Ah, look at this here, we've got some really black, dark, organic, probably field soil here. It's really quite dense, cakey. Yeah, I definitely want to deal with this muck. I don't want to leave this in at this iteration. We've got black roots in here, I don't know whether those are living or not. Rather than uncovering that Nebari, I'd much prefer to deal with some of this mucky old soil. I'm going to come underneath the trunk now. I wonder it weighs a lot. It's got gravel down here. Oh, God. Getting rid of this field soil is the absolute best thing to do for the health of the plant. But I can't lie, I am not looking forward to this. Oh, more glass. Fantastic. Repotting this tree is hazardous. Right, there's a dead root here. Cut that out because it's smack bang in the way. Yeah, there's more dead stuff in there, but yeah, I can. Just wanted to isolate it before I cut it, just in case I was cutting into live material. Ah, so that's live. That's good. There we go. Nice live root there. Dead. That's just mush. Peel that off with my fingers. But if I can, I want to get all of this black stuff out. Although that's starting to get loose now, look. So I might have to stop soon. If I run the risk of destabilising the tree, that's we're on dodgy ground then. Right, some of these wedges are getting a bit unstable now, so I'm going to support the trunk with my hand and carry on trying to get this muck out. We're getting there though, we're getting close. Well, that's not too bad in there. I might leave this section. That root's dead, but it looks pretty structural. I'm just going to leave that bit. That's fine. So there's almost a lateral vein of field soil, and we've pretty much taken a whole wedge out here under the trunk, and then this side as well. I've got a really good idea on where the structural roots are that are living at least. I'm just going to just finish off around the top, trim back some of these torn roots, work the sides where they were cut with the Karma, and then I'll get it potted. If anyone's wondering why I'm not bare rooting this or washing it off in the garden, there's a couple of reasons. First, as soon as you start washing it off, you can't change your mind. Similar to how you treat a conifer, I do want to leave some of this root system untouched. You know, I'm not doing this to spread out the base as if it was a maple or anything like that. And by leaving some of it untouched where there's some decent soil hanging around, it's just, I know that it's going to recover really well then. Also, with the health slightly questionable, I just think it's wiser to leave some of the roots untouched. I can always come in later and sort them then. Oh yeah, and the other reason was because I just really worried about destabilising the tree, much like a juniper. These guys have a tendency for whole veins to die back, and obviously with a lot of the roots that I've seen being dead, I am just a little bit cautious. Although the more that I work this section, the more black field soil that I'm coming across, so who knows what this is going to look like. Just have to have the discipline to stop. Now you see that bit right there? That is the bit of the root ball that I'm going to leave untouched. Oh my god. Discipline. Don't you say a word. Little tip with your training pots. Watch out for these little insects. They'll just sit with pools of water in them. Stick some holes through them. It's several weeks later now. I've been protecting the Potentilla pre-bonsai from frosts in the polytunnel over there. After producing its first flush of leaves, it paused, as Potentilla tend to do, and it's just showing signs of starting to extend. Admittedly not as vigorous as some of my other Potentilla that haven't been repotted, and it's even producing a few little flower buds. So I think it's safe to say that it survived the operation. So now I've started fertilising. I'm just going to let it rock out, and when it's producing some really strong growth, I'm going to come in and do some initial styling to set it up really nicely on its bonsai journey. If you watched this far in the video, you obviously enjoyed it, so please drop a like. It really helps the channel out and it makes me really happy. If you want to see the first styling on this tree in a few months' time, make sure you're subscribed, then you won't miss it.